Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 6 latest defense updates. So let's start at number 1. Mercedes-Benz Unimog returns to India's defense arena. Mercedes-Benz special trucks renewed push to position the Unimog in India's military vehicle segment centered on the 2026 military edition signals intent but now inevitability. The platform is technically compelling. The procurement pathway in India, however, is unforgiving. Without credible localization, life cycle, cost advantage, and tight integration with Indian systems, the Unimog risks being outcompeted by domestic incumbents despite its engineering pedigree. The U7904 itself is a substantial evolution over the U4000 by U5000 lineage. The shift to a diesel-electric hybrid driveline is operationally relevant. High, low-end torque for gradients and a silent watch drive mode that reduces acoustic and thermal signatures, useful in high altitude sectors where detection risk and power management are constant constraints. The vehicle retains Unimog's defining hardware advantages: portal axles for exceptional ground clearance, center tire inflation for terrain adaptation, and enhanced forwarding approaching 1.2 m, which collectively expand mobility envelopes in riverine, snowbound, and broken terrain. Next, Ghatak UCAV, India's stealth leap. India's stealth UCAV program Ghatak remains at a pivotal stage, with DRDO Chief Dr. Sameer V. Kamath indicating that the project is awaiting Cabinet Committee on Security approval, after which full-scale prototyping and funding flows are expected to accelerate. The current projection places operational induction in a 7 to 8 years time frame, aligning broadly with the IAF's next generation force structure centered around AMCA and Tejas Mk2. The immediate technical bottleneck appears to be the certification of the dry Kaveri engine, which is critical for the UCAV's propulsion architecture. Unlike earlier attempts to field Kaveri on manned fighters, the UCAV application offers more flexibility in performance margins, making it a realistic pathway for finally operationalizing an indigenous turbofan derivative. Parallel work on scaled ground test vehicles suggests that aerodynamic validation, control laws, and stealth shaping are already progressing, even as final program approval is pending. Next, Jwala Short Range Rapid Response System. IG Defense Jwala, now detailed further, is being positioned as an indigenous short-range rapid response system that sits at the intersection of a loitering strike platform and a conventional missile. The company's description, one-way attack drone with surface-to-air and surface-to-surface roles, signals a hybrid design philosophy aimed at flexibility rather than strict doctrinal categorization. Technically, Jwala is a short-range missile system that uses a dual-pulse solid rocket motor. This propulsion architecture allows an initial boost phase followed by a sustained re-acceleration phase in terminal engagement, improving end-game energy and maneuverability, critical when intercepting fast or evasive targets like cruise missiles or UAVs. The engagement envelope 10 to 100 km in range and 50 m to 20,000 m in altitude places Jwala squarely in the SHORAD MRSAM gap, This is a contested layer where systems must deal with everything from low-flying sea scheme threats to medium-altitude aerial platforms. If validated, this envelope would give it multi-role flexibility across both air defense and tactical strike missions. Guidance architecture follows a two-stage paradigm. Mid-course command guidance allows the missile to be steered using ground radar inputs, conserving on-board seeker energy and improving engagement efficiency. In the terminal phase, an active RF seeker, reportedly KU X-band ESA base, takes over, enabling autonomous target tracking and interception. ESA seeks offer advantages in resistance to jamming, faster beam steering, and better target discrimination compared to legacy mechanically scanned systems. Next, Middle East giants join the hunt for BrahMos. The supersonic BrahMos cruise missile, a jewel in India's defense export crown, is charting a bold expansion into the Middle East, with the United Arab Emirates emerging as a front-runner to become the region's inaugural customer as talks intensify with Egypt and Saudi Arabia. The Indo-Russian joint venture BrahMos Aerospace rides a wave of global acclaim following the missile's stellar performance in Operation Sindoor earlier this year. Meanwhile, the Philippines soldiers its status as the first ever buyer, which deals with Vietnam and Indonesia, teeter on the brink of inking, potentially unlocking over $1.5 billion in revenues and cementing India's role as a maritime security powerhouse. Post Sindoor, a May 2025 naval exercise where BrahMos simulations decimated mock carrier groups, the missile's order book has ballooned with inquiries from over 15 nations spanning Asia, the Gulf, Africa, and Latin America. Next, Pakistan Navy aids crew of Indian vessel. The Pakistan Navy provided humanitarian assistance to the crew of an Indian offshore tug and supply vessel stranded in the Arabian Sea, according to a media report. The Navy was assisted by the Pakistan Maritime Security Agency in the rescue and support operation, the Dawn newspaper reported on Monday, quoting security sources. The assistance operation for the crew, which included 6 Indians and 1 Indonesian national, was launched after the Maritime Rescue and Coordination Center in Mumbai contacted Pakistani authorities and requested assistance. The report said the crew had reported a technical fault on MV Gautam, which was en route from Oman to India, the sources said. Emergency support, including food, medical aid, and technical support, was provided to the stranded crew while efforts to assist the vessel were continuing, the report said last month. The Pakistan Navy rescued 18 crew members, including foreign nationals, from a merchant vessel following a distress call in the Arabian Sea. Next, Pathfinder Orbital Data Center. India's private space and AI ecosystems are converging on an ambitious experiment, moving high-performance compute into orbit. Pixel and Sarvam AI have announced Pathfinder, a 200-kilogram satellite designed to host GPU-class hardware for an orbit AI training and interference, with a targeted launch window by the end of 2026. If executed as described, the mission would be India's first attempt to run and potentially train large language models in space using domestically built infrastructure. The concept is straightforward in intent but non-trivial in execution. Instead of transmitting raw data to ground stations are processing, Pathfinder aims to process data in situation that reduces downlink bottlenecks and latency for certain workloads, particularly those tied to space-derived data systems. It also positions compute closer to abundant solar power, a key constraint for terrestrial data centers as energy demand rises sharply over the next decade. Thank you.